What's going on, people? Welcome to the Flexing KG show. I was gonna say it's there. It's
there.
Is it there?
Yeah.
Why is it not? It's not
No,
instant.
because I wasn't ready.
This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable.
All right, wait. Let's pretend. Let's do it again. Hold on. Go on.
What, the whole intro?
Just say that bit. Welcome to Flexing KG show.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Flexing KG show.
Come on.
That unacceptable one's funny.
It's wicked, isn't it? It's just the way forward right now. Do you know my favorite one is this one though? I'm not gonna lie to you. No.
The players? Where are the players? This is unacceptable.
And that was, you know what though? But we're not even just doing it to cuss Spurs. That was us against Newcastle.
Oh yeah, that's why I had to upload it, just because purely this is important now. This is what you have to ask yourself when you want people to return, when you're asking about certain injuries and stuff, because our manager doesn't tell us the truth.
No.
He leaves out, like, if someone gets injured, he will save the leg. Like, that's all he'll say. No one's done that in
somewhere on the body.
Somewhere in the body. Yeah, maybe an arm injury. We'd find we use the players that we have. Wait, hold on. What's wrong with him? Leg.
This is unacceptable.
Tenag.
Bro, do you know what? Today's an interesting pod. Today's an interesting Flexing KG show tonight because bro, we can't mess up tomorrow.
What's wrong, bro? Talk to me. Let's have a hard time.
I have to be honest. I've been really
negative.
Yeah, I haven't lost focus and lost sight. Basically, when the rivals try and talk shit, I'll shut it down. So when I was on DR, you know what Don Robbie's like, but why doesn't Ten Hag get the criticism for losing big games away from home? You know, when he tries to...
Why does Ten Hag not get the criticism for losing games? Don't blame me.
When he does that, and anyone else who wants to just talk shit about Man United, obviously, because we got smoked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I will tell you the reasons why this has been a good season and there's been progress. So don't try and come for my team. We're not perfect and we got a long way to go. But shut your mouth. We'll bounce back. We'll be all right. That's fine. But then when it's just me thinking and I'm thinking of the things wrong, I'm like, we can't mess up top four. We really we're in a bit of a... I said in the preview, no, I'm not panicking. I think we'll get the W tomorrow night. I do. I think
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just saying don't panic. What I'm saying is
but I also said even if we don't, I will say that if we don't win tomorrow, I will then say it's not a blip from after the Liverpool thing. This is the last one where you can not say that it's a blip.
Okay, so you're not at last chance saloons for you, but you're at a place where you're like, what is this form? What are we looking like?
It's not the whole project. It's not Ten Hag and the project. It's the now. It's the now. But I think Martial coming back. Eriksen's back in training today with the first team.
Eriksen is back.
He's not back. He's not back. He's not back yet.
He's back in first
training. He's not going to play tomorrow. And I think probably Everton will maybe be too soon for him. So that's on Sunday. I think next week, Sevilla, Thursday night.
2 weeks, Thursday night, definitely. Like you think that you'll see him, bro. If I'm you, I've been with the kids and I've been at poolside, and swimming takes it out of you. So I apologize ahead of time.
Bro, this is what you always do anyway. In general,
it's true. No, but I just try to do too much.
Always tired. Yeah,
I try to do too much. All right, no, but on a serious note, I get what you're feeling. Yeah,
do you not see it a bit? Do you feel it a bit? Just a bit. We need to come out of this period. We need to make sure.
Let me be honest. On the plane ride, I keep having horrible plane rides. Yeah. Where I landed and I started watching from the second half, and I didn't understand what I was looking at. Yeah. Honestly, I looked at the game versus Newcastle and I was like, shit. That's the best word I can use to describe how he looked and how he played, and just the peppering. It was a peppering of a lifetime, right? And then I got to this point where I was like, well, I had to take myself out of this because like my family don't care about football the same way. I've got to quickly, because I can't be moping on a family trip. That's disgusting, right?
Yeah.
But I was annoyed. So that's why I don't know if my emotions can truly be trusted, purely because I've kind of had a light disconnect. Now, if I was still there, I'd probably feel as worried as you are right now. So I'm not the same level of worried, but then I think it's almost a good thing, because it's like we can't get into true doom and gloom settings when we just have to look at what this manager's built at this club and what we said we wanted. Straight away, the season started, we had this mindset of let's get this and that will be okay, right? Then all of a sudden, we started looking so good when it's like title charge. It got to that point where it's like we look like a team that could really fight for a title, especially with how much I disrespect Arsenal. So I'm like, if they're doing it, of course we can do it, right?
Yeah,
what's the clear difference is that we're different. No, what I can understand is we are different. They're like a team that is well gelled, well oiled, and they're fully in a title race. We're not there yet. Our manager was doing so much and is almost turning water to wine in a certain way where you thought we could magic our way into a situation. Unfortunately, games like games like the game that we played against Newcastle, games like Liverpool, little reminders like Man City say that this squad is not built it's not built for purpose yet. It's a team that is still like, we struggle to win away from home. I thought that was like just like, like media spin and this, that, and the other. But
no, it's a real life thing. We haven't won against the top 12. Only Fulham we've beat. Sorry. Yeah, Fulham for the World Cup.
It's weird because then you go away from home and we play like a Sevilla.
Yeah, in Europe. Yeah, but those ones have been a bit weird because they're two-legged, and then the first leg you go with a strong lead. It's a different type of game. They're not real judgments of the.
It's just all it is just I don't know if it's a psychological problem, but we're just not like, we're not fine-tuned yet. We're not like what our manager. We're not the final picture.
No, we're nowhere near.
That's understood in his first season. So what we have to do as Man United fans is, while we want to compete, and it pains me to be left out the equation with Arsenal's and all the others and Man City's and this stuff, but we just had to really kind of remember where we are. If we can get more from a game, we take it, but we can't live and die by like this season. Really, we can't. Like, as much as I want to, don't get me twisted, I'm not saying that we can now lose every game and all these trophies don't matter, but we can't just write off what real progress has been made. Because a lot of progress has been made this season, and we've almost been playing with players.
We played without a striker. We played without a striker all year. I know when Ronaldo was here, you can argue, well, we had a striker then, but Ten Hag didn't want him. It happened, whatever. We've been playing without a striker. You don't get what I mean. Yeah. Casemiro's missed like 8 games in all, I think, altogether, which is a lot of games. People can say it's his fault for getting sent off or whatever. Some of them were a bit. The Crystal Palace one, do you know what I mean? Yeah. The Southampton one was unlucky. Then he got the stupid booking at Palace, made him miss the Arsenal. Like, he's missed 8 games in the league, I think. That's a lot of games. And not just the league, actually, just in general, which is a lot of games. So we've had a lot to contend with. We have had a lot to contend with. And I think then you miss Christian Eriksen as well on top of that.
You always said about Christian Eriksen, that was a huge loss, by the way.
It literally, like, I know towards the end, towards when he got injured, it was quite funny because, well, it wasn't funny, it was interesting because what was happening was he was starting to fade in the games. Mm-hmm. So people were like, I don't know if Eriksen's really doing that thing anymore. But what was happening, it was working because at like the 70th minute, you just bring in the Fred and say, right, Bridgen, go and do your thing. See out the rest of this game, give us a bit more energy. Christian's done well for like 65, 70 minutes. Yeah. You come in, bring on the legs. And Fred was coming off the bench and scoring. And
Fred was being good. Fred has been good.
He's been good. So that hurt us because really for a lot of the time, you take out Christian Eriksen, we don't have a player in our whole team who can play football like he does. Not even Casemiro. Casemiro does other stuff that Christian Eriksen can't do. But in terms of getting on the ball, passing properly, left foot, right foot, short, do you know what I'm saying, round the corner, no one can do what Christian Eriksen does. And he's not even like the top level of that. He's just still very good at that because
No, but
he's,
it's a good.
you know what I'm saying? But
It's
he's
a big
wicked because
player
I love
to
him.
lose.
I think he's wicked.
He's a big player to lose. You were talking about Christian
Massive
Eriksen
player.
for a long time, and
Do you know
we've
what I'm
done
saying?
well without him. We have done well. One thing I can say about the team, we've done well without him. Teams kicked on, and what was worrying about the show that we did yesterday, the 4View show, was I felt like it was the fans went
too negative,
far backwards. Too far backwards for me personally. When I was like, look, guys, I understand what the requirement is for the season, but it's like we have to understand where we are. We're gonna lose games. That was the point of that was the point where I was like, guys, I know we like this, we set a high standards for ourselves, but we're gonna lose games. And like if you're talking about a team in transition, if you even look at like the rivals, like look at Liverpool, for instance. Liverpool couldn't expect a season like this in their wildest dreams. But this is where they
30 points off the top. Liverpool lost out on the title on the last day last year. They're now 30 points off first place.
There you go. So I'm saying like, not saying that gives us an excuse, but you're talking about a man that's inherited a new team and he's trying to get his style of play. We don't still play 10 Hag ball all the way across. There's times when we sink back into like an Oli-esque style of football almost.
Even the mentality, not even just style of football. Actually, the Oli-esque mentality of, let's face it, going away from home or, you know, soft underbelly, getting run up on. Do you know what I mean? Because really, when someone really sticks it on us away from home, because Old Trafford's a fortress. We've only lost one game at Old Trafford all year, and that all season. And that was the first game when Christian Eriksen had to play up front. That was against Brighton. Do you know what I mean? We've only lost once. Everyone else there has come there and held some corn. And other times we're holding on, but we find a way. It's at home. Yeah, we find a way. I'm not saying
you're talking about mentality, but then what was been missed out many times by us as fans is we haven't had that time on the pitch to train. We're playing a game so rapid that think about it, we had the good little preseason. Bro, we played back to back. I don't think there's real training happening. There's quick recovery, a light, probably videotape session, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, you can't add too much stuff in. Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. When are you going to do it? Because if you're playing a game every 1 or 2, 3 days, when are you going to get that time on a training pitch? So that's why, in terms of the development that you're hoping to see, or players that you say, you know what, because the question came up about him using some of the youngsters. Well, some of them are just not being able to really show something in training to jump in, and you're getting with the reliables or the trusted man them. In terms of you're gonna go over Maguire, he's your captain. You're gonna go over Scott McTominay. He's done well for his international team. You're gonna go with your trusted individuals. I believe that again, next season we'll see something different. But while we're in this season, Ten Hag still has a high standard. So when people think that we can go on a losing run of 4 to 5 games or something ridiculous, I just don't see it. I don't see it with the defense. I don't see it with, this is the time when your Varane, your Martinez, your big players have to step up and keep clean sheets. This is where, like, if your midfield is playing bad and your strikers are not doing too well, don't lose, you know, and them players really have to drag us out the mire. And I actually see them doing it as well. That's why I don't share the same things as everyone else. I know Brentford's a scary fixture.
It's going to be a very, very tough game.
It's a scary fixture, but again, these players that wear the crest of this shirt of this club, they need to understand what they need to do.
They do, and I think they do. I think they understand it. And I just look. The only way to cure these things is to Wednesday night. You beat Brentford. It's as simple as that. Tomorrow night you just beat them. Yeah. Then you got Everton coming, fighting for their lives. Right. I watched them against Spurs last night. Yeah. And I'm telling you now. Yeah. I'm telling you now, Fleck. Yeah. That they were on Spurs, and I know that was at Goodison, and you don't want to go there. What's that one?
It's all going off.
All going off. That, you know, they're going to be on us. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely on us. And Brentford, they're a big team. They put a lot of crosses in the box. Do you know what I'm saying? They're very physical. They got players, Mbeumo and that Wissa can be running through, causing all sorts of problem. Ivan Toney, hold up play, link up, etc. We know what it is. Yeah. But I just don't want us to undo we're now at a period of the season, like where Eric Ten Hag said it. He said the season actually starts now. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a collective and every point matters. But when it gets to April, you know what I'm saying? This is the business end. This is where, do you know what I'm saying? Things are won and lost. This is where you find out who's really about it, who's the pretenders, who's been pretending all season, doing all right. But then when the pressure came, you know what I mean? You couldn't live up to it. That goes for Arsenal, that goes for City, whatever. That goes in our little group where we're trying to get top 4/3 or whatever. It goes for the relegation. Who's really serious about being in this league now? This is where if you get an amazing win, it don't matter. That was 12 weeks ago. Like, it's about now. It's about these games. And you know what? To be fair, if you look at Spurs last night, I couldn't believe it. I turned it off when that Harry Kane thing happened, where he got sent off. Decore got sent off. Then they got a penalty a few minutes later. Then he scored. I just thought, Everton ain't going to come back. Typical Spurs. They then got a man sent off themselves. Lucas Moura got sent off. Awful tackle on Keane. And then Keane scores a screamer. Typical Spurs. So Spurs are crap. You know what I'm saying? They're not. You know what I mean? They're going to be like this. We can't, there's going to be a lot of inconsistencies going on.
Who else is another rival?
So I mean, Brighton are a game behind us. They're 7 points behind, but they've played a game less. So if they win that, you could say that they're 4 points behind. It's all ifs and buts. Spurs we're level on points with, but we've got 2 games in hand. That's a good position to be in. Basically,
that's a brilliant position.
We're listen. Everything's okay. I mean, it's not like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? It's still very much in our hand. We're on the same points as Newcastle, technically joint third. But the goal difference, we're all on 50 points, so we're all third if you really want to. I mean, but goal difference makes it. We've got the worst goal difference in the whole bloody.
Jesus, we got the worst goal difference.
Do you know what I'm
in
saying?
The top 7 almost. Oh my. Goodness.
Exactly. Top 8. Look at Liverpool. Even they got plus 15. Do you know what I'm saying? So. That is how bad we've been in terms of conceding big batches of goals. But this is the business end. I want to talk quickly.
You got to do that thing. Wait 1 second. I just want to say that you'll do that. You talk about that thing about ripping your arm off for certain positions, bro. This season, we're actually in the top 4. Like, now we're in the top 4 battle. It's not what we wanted.
Dogfight.
We're in a top 4 dogfight. But we're in a situation where just as a team. We're involved, and that's not forgetting domestically in the cups. We're there. We're on the precipice of doing something really special this season. There's still a lot that can be won, right? So it's like, I think it's just trying to be relaxed as Man United fans, knowing the situation. Yes, I know that we don't want to be where we are right now, but we're going against Newcastle and Spurs. Spurs that are another team in serious transition.
Well, Spurs is next, like Kenny said, Spurs' next batch of games all away from home, really tough as well.
And there you go. And let's have a quick look at what Spurs.
They've got Brighton away next. They've got Brighton at home next.
Yeah.
Then they got that one. Yeah, which will help us actually. Then they got Bournemouth at home. Then they got to play Newcastle away. Then they got to play us at their place. Then they got to play Liverpool away straight after us. Then they got to play Palace. Then they got to play Villa away. Then they got to play Brentford. Then they got to play Leeds away on the last day of the season. So, they have got a tough, they've got tough games. Tough games.
The season is coming to an end, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it, bro.
Shit. Damn, Arsenal.
They've only got 9 games.
Arsenal really, I can't believe we're close to the end, bro.
Yeah, Arsenal going to win the league.
Jesus.
Yeah, simple things. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool tonight, Liverpool go to Chelsea. Chelsea ain't got a manager. What's going to happen there? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it's nothing to do with us, but...
No manager bounce, bro.
Hopefully Liverpool get tucked in. That'd be wicked to see them get tucked in.
No manager bounce. Arsenal,
you know what
we need Liverpool to hold it. We do need Liverpool to hold it.
They start capitulating because they got Arsenal after that.
The next game, because that's what you want, innit? After that, you need them to turn up. And you know who I need to be? I need to see, I know it's not about us, but I need to see Nagelsmann in with, see that game that Arsenal played Chelsea? I need to see my man in there. I need.
Arsenal will bruck up Chelsea at the Emirates. I'll tell you that for free. Easy. Easy.
Oh shit! I thought it was at the bridge.
No way. They already beat them at the bridge.
Oh,
Emirates. No one wants to go there.
Oh, but they gotta go Newcastle.
Yeah, but no, in Arsenal, just to show they're just a different thing, they just go and do the thing on them. Arsenal going to win the league.
Oh, you're going to win the league. If you're that close to winning the league,
they're going to go Anfield and win this weekend. Arsenal.
If they do that, it's theirs.
They will.
Celebrate now.
They're going to win the league.
If they do that, celebrate now. But they can't. Liverpool, you'll never walk alone. That tune that you lot like to run, you lot need to be that church that goes in when you lot hear it. It's daytime though. Is it daytime? Let's see what time it is.
What game? Arsenal Liverpool.
It's not even in daytime. I don't even know.
4:30 Sunday, Super Sunday, 4:30.
4:30. You know. 4:30. Different things.
Yeah.
All right,
yes, man. And we play on a Saturday, 12:30. Smash the like on the video. You lot subscribe to the channel if you're new. Just a quick little bit of transfer thing. Just really quickly, just wanted to talk about it. Apparently, according to the Mirror, is it the Mirror? Let me check my thing. Yeah,
what people?
According to the Daily Mirror, Craig Hope, he says that Man United, Liverpool, and Tottenham have expressed an interest in activating the 40 million release clause of Napoli's Kim Min-Jae. Remember, who was used to tell us about Kim Min-Jae all the time?
There was a person
that always used to say it. And I didn't even think it's a real person. I thought I was taking the piss at the start.
Yeah. And that person needs some scouting. Like, he needs some scouting flowers. Actually, you know what, Bonnet? He's going to get it right now.
I deserve some accolades.
Yeah, Prof, you do deserve some accolades.
Because this guy was in the chat early, every super chat. Check Kim Min-Jae. Told me to do a scout of Kim Min-Jae, this, that, and the other. I understand why this player is linked to these clubs. And Man United, we do need, like, because
that's what I wanted to talk about, the centre-back situation. I wanted to lead into that. We do need another one.
I'm ready for Maguire to be gone. Lindelof, if Lindelof plays, he'll be fine. What someone needs to know about themselves is, if you get the Man United centre-back job, you're going to be okay because Varane's not going to play every game of the season. So you're still going to get a good amount of games. The third choice, you're really involved, right?
Yeah, it's just your fourth choice. Like, Lindelof is currently fourth choice. And I tell you what, if Maguire goes, he's still going to be fourth choice.
No, that's the problem. I think that our manager's playing a political game. He knows what the media like. As soon as Maguire's left out, it looks funny. Especially, don't forget, he's the captain. You're leaving out your captain.
Yeah.
You're leaving out a player that everyone in England cares about.
Wait, what are you saying? He's not going to leave, you don't think?
I think this is why he's not played. Because let's be honest, Lindelof should be third choice ahead of Maguire. But it just looks bad. The Shaw one already looked bad already. When you're playing Shaw as the centre back ahead of Maguire, it looked kind of funny, but it's another Englishman.
Yeah, but think about this though. Think about Maguire leaving and Ten Hag getting a blank because he didn't buy Varane. Obviously, he loves Varane. But it's another chance for Ten Hag to get someone what he wants, who he likes. They're going to be above Lindelof.
Yeah, that's true. Varane's always going to be his first choice. You heard how many times...
That's what I mean. But what I'm saying is Lindelof is still going to be like, right, because you already said on International Duty, I don't know if you saw his interview, he was like, obviously, I want to be playing games. We'll have to look at it in the summer. He was very, I'm going to knock on the door and be like, what's your plans? And really, let's face it, what's the plan? We're not going to move forward by promoting Lindelof higher up the ranks. What's probably going to happen is Maguire will leave. We'll go and get someone that is a real Ten Hag type. A real Ten Hag type. Like, I'm not saying it has to be Timber and that, but I'm just saying like young, up and coming. Someone like Kim Min-Jae, 40 million. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone like that. Yeah. Where he comes in and then Ten Hag, when Varane's not there, there'll be another centre-back in Ten Hag's image that he actually wants to eventually be the guy. Because let's face it, Varane, after next year, so next year will be his third year. After, when he gets to the end of that year, even though he's the ghost of Rafe the Phantom, we might have to look. We might have to see, okay.
Do
you know what I mean? So we need another younger or the quick, strong, the next guy who's going to be the guy with Martinez
Kim Min-Jae would be. I like that. The thought of Kim Min-Jae next to Martinez is something that you smile about, but you worry about again. Sometimes there's these signings that have come to the Premier League, like Koulibaly, bro. We lost our minds. We thought that guy was going to change everything for Man United in terms of a centre back. You know, it was the choice of Koulibaly or Maguire, right? And then I think we ended up with Maguire, right? When that Koulibaly thing was going, right? And he hasn't. What we saw.
Koulibaly's been dead.
There you go. We never expected. This guy was defending at the highest level in the Champions League, pushing defenders into someone to get busy and stuff. We haven't seen that version, right? So, not saying that Kim Min-Jae is going to be the same, but then it's almost you always have to just with a lot of signings.
40 million is a good price, though. 40 million. Remember, that's us on FIFA, bro. Just paying the release clause. Yeah. Well, we'd still fuck it up. We'd still find a way to mess that up.
We had a mad fee. We're gonna settle the score though. We're gonna get it right.
And I forgot you wasn't even here this Tuesday as well. Disgrace cheat.
We were supposed to go like no, don't worry.
We should have. Yeah.
Next Tuesday, our career's back on. Yeah. Communication. We got a plan. We're gonna
just lost against Arsenal. Bad. 3-3.
It's looking.
Is it unacceptable?
This is unacceptable.
And I'm not gonna lie.
The players? Where are the players?
Even when we signed Usherman, yeah, and I'm like, oh, me and you had a walk. You know what's so funny about this fever thing, yeah? We started walking, and you always have to debrief. You have to have the fever debrief. Walker goes, I don't even know if we get the most.
Usherman's kind of dead on FIFA, isn't it? But that means we're shit. We ain't got him running in behind. We ain't nothing. Do you know what I mean? No, man. Listen, and just to bring it back to just normal football and stuff, right? We have to understand that signings, sometimes you can get the wrong player for your team and the wrong player for your system. You know, you have the conversation about Sancho. You've been on point about Sancho probably before anyone else is, because the other day, like I remember a press conference. It's this season, which is crazy, but it feels like a long time ago. You ask the manager, are you looking for players that are going to run in behind and, you know, push the left back, push the right back and ask questions? Is this what you want more going forward in this, that, and the other? And he was clear. He said, well, I'm looking for this. And I think I don't know if you mentioned Sancho in this, but he said Sancho has many levels to go up. And Sancho can be what he wants here. It depends on Sancho. That was before Sancho went on the sabbatical, right? Yeah, but he was still playing bad, and that was when it was on his way down.
There you go.
Yeah.
And now it's like you bring in certain players, and it just I don't know. I don't want to say Sancho's a bad fit, but Sancho has to have
You can say that though. You can say that. I think the truth. Tell the truth of in terms of fitting us now. He's not as good a fit as the other wingers that we have for now, for where the team is now.
Yeah.
Right now, Garnacho is a better fit in terms of he's just direct. He gets at his man, makes things happen. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's better than Sancho. You know, Sancho's a very experienced player. Sancho is coming from putting up big numbers. You know, he was tipped as one of the top youngsters in Europe, top English prospects. Wicked. Yeah. Doing the thing. Champions League, Bundesliga. And I know Bundesliga is different, but Sancho has set a pedestal because he's played a lot of games and earned he earned that reputation. But right now, in terms of the fit of where Man United are as a team and where Jadon Sancho is as a player, as a skill set for this league and this team, I think it's a fair comment to say right now, as of now, he's not a good fit.
Would you can't run? You know, like what City do when they buy left backs galore and all these different players. Would you just say, you know what, this hasn't worked? Just
if
like
I'm all about true money for you. Okay, so here's my answer to that. Yeah, and it's hard because it's a multi-layered answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always with the young man them as well, coming from, and I'm going to be a bit biased here. The young boys coming from London and whatever, trying to make it and that. I'm on seeing them survive and flourish in it. I'm on that. But that shouldn't just cloud my judgment. Also, I'm on when we've spent a lot of money on someone and we really wanted them. I'm on the whole and he's gone through a rough period.
He's 23.
Exactly, so young. I'm on the whole let's let this kid come through. Let's give him another try. Let's
Got
not
to let him
desert him,
develop.
man. Let's get behind him. Let's let the team as well. He's going to have a rough period now where he's going to be the squad guy. He is. Jadon Sancho is the squad guy. He is. Like, you wouldn't say right now, Jadon Sancho has to start. You just wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. Now, especially now Martial's back fit. Let's face it. You're not going to say, bro, we need to start Sancho on the right instead of Anthony. You're not going to say that with your chest. You're not. You're just not. You're not going to say Rashford needs to hold the bench and you need to start Sancho for this game. You're not going to say it. Do you see what I'm saying? And you're also not, and I'm not convinced by this one. Me personally, I'm not on this, play Jadon in the 10, man. Move Bruno back.
I hate it. I hate
crap.
that.
Let's just call a spade a spade. So really, to answer your question, I'm giving Jadon one another year. That's it.
He's
you can't show me something next year.
He's 23.
That's 3 years. That's 3 years, though. That's a good sample
but you can't use the... Do you know what's hard? And it's
can't always say he's young. You can't just say that because if you're good enough, you're old enough. Nacho's 18, bro.
It's true. The Oli years and putting the players under that is a bit unfair, though, because no one...
Yeah, no one was good in that time.
No one was good. You know, no one shined. No one was special. So
that's why you say 2 years under Ten Hag, you can show me something.
You have to judge these players by this season, right? A lot of players that you say, you know, you've been decent, you're not good enough. Luke Shaw will return and find his form again. He'll be brilliant. I'm not like, when I look at this team and what I want to do and the changes I want to make, like the Dalot contract that we're trying to negotiate.
This is unacceptable.
I might not give him the contract.
Dalot, get it though.
Yeah. But what I would do, I would say, Wambi, you're a standard backup. You're a backup.
I'm with you on this one.
Wambi, you're a backup. Dalot, while you're decent, I believe we can get good money for you in the European leagues. I believe like a Roma. I believe like one of these clubs.
Barca would buy him.
Barca. I believe Dalot could end up at one of these clubs where defending is not the maximum ask, and he can just get forward and be dangerous. I'd cash in on a player like Dalot. I'd say, you know what? Let's do it, and let's see if we can upgrade and find a better right back suited.
Well, we said it's so interesting you say this because you haven't seen it, and I know you haven't seen it because we didn't put it out in the end because the audio was really bad. When we done a full view, you know, the full view extras we did in the international break. The next episode, I think, was the Wambasaka. Or was that the one that came out? I can't remember actually. It's really bad of me. We done a whole batch of other ones that didn't come out, but what we were talking about was who's the best right back. And what we all came to the conclusion of is that Wambasaka has a skill set in terms of the defensive locking down of players that actually is something that you're like, hold on a minute. That's a really useful weapon to have that you actually can very rarely buy. Can very rarely buy that. But what you can do with Dalot is move him on and then go and get the complete guy. And then you say, Wambasaka, you can come in for certain games to lock down this guy, lock down that guy. And a lot of people was in agreement of that. But having said that, though, in the moment, I know you said what you said, and obviously I know you're probably going to stand by it. Like you say, though, we shouldn't forget that before the World Cup, we were seeing Dalot in that element where we went, do you know what? Wow, Wambasaka's done. Dalot's really doing the business.
Dalot was one of the most
really doing the business.
But you can get. I'm just talking about value. We still got the financial fair play things.
But value to go and get what though? Because if you get 40 million for Dalot,
you can reinvest.
Are you going to go and get someone definitely better than him for 40 million?
I'll probably bring in someone.
Dalot's young as well, you know.
No, I'm saying he is. But I'm saying,
young,
you know what we've done with the like Malacia, the Malacia type thing, where I'd probably try.
But then that's someone who's not better than Wambasaka then.
No, but I'm saying that you can get better ahead of
24.
That was 24. That was young. Hey, are you like the only thing for me is I just want that return to form from Dalot. And it's just my thing is
that's why we should judge things always in the moment.
The issue is if we sign Dalot, right, he's our number one right back for the next 4 to 5 years.
Well, but then the interesting thing is that he might not be. Ten Hag said literally today. He literally said today in the presser. I've got the quotes here. Actually, I still got it in my notes.
Let me know.
This is actually what he said on the both of them. Ten Hag on Aaron Wambasaka and Diogo Dalot. I think it's really close competition between them. Maybe Aaron gives you a little bit more defending. Diogo gives you a little bit more offensive. I have to say they have both made progress in both areas. It's really close. You look at the load, the opponent to manage that. Basically saying, I look at how tired they are, I look at who we're about to play, and it's game by game. They're that close. So for someone who I call Bruckfoot and this, that, and the other, it's not even in the case of
he's made himself a true competitor.
Like, bro, yeah, to the point where I'm like, kind of feel more secure if Aaron's playing, if I'm honest.
Honestly, not even taking the piss. Honestly,
it's truth.
When
next season, Aaron Wambasaka can still be the number one.
This is what I'm saying. But now, if you bring in a kid someone that's going to understand this game, like if you was to sell Wambasaka or Dalot, someone's going to get you good value and the other one's not. Unfortunately, right? No disrespect to Wambasaka, but it just is what it is.
We'll get half of what we got, what we sold him, what we bought him for.
There you go. Dalot, I think European teams will look at that. That's a guy that is a full Portugal international, full in the team, like first team at times, right? So now you're saying this is what you could be bringing in. Very young, it makes sense. A lot of teams in Europe will snap that kid up for good for good money. Man United just need to remember we're still trying to find the perfect player to either work with Anthony and Jadon Sancho. Who is that? That's the real question, because you want someone that's going to enhance what you have at the moment, because Anthony's there, but we need more. Anthony is king of cutting. At the moment, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not even fit for, in terms of that relationship they have on the right-hand side, he's not fit for purpose because he's not even really going to overlap and whip the ball in. And unfortunately, when Dalot is really overlapping, nothing's happening with his crossing. Nothing's happening. So you want the perfect partner that's gonna, because both Jadon and Anthony are gonna cut in and try to be involved in the game centrally. Who is that player in world football that you can get as a right back that loves to whip the ball in, loves to overlap, who is that guy? That's who we need to identify. That's what the scouts. That's the job for the scouts.
I think I honestly think as well with this team, I think as much as I don't like the way that people talk about David De Gea, like the way that they make their point, he's useless, he's this, he's that, he's terrible. Because I see two key positions first before changing him. Other people have it the way round. He's still on my list. I think De Gea does need to move on. But that's what I'm saying. But not before my high priority, which is obviously a striker, and I need the top. That's the top, and actually arguably joint top, really. But I need midfielders, bro. I need thoroughbred, proper midfielders.
Just to be on what you're saying,
midfielders.
My number one priority is a striker with you.
Number one, yeah.
My second priority, number two priority, which is just almost as important as number one. I need the Casemiro replacement.
Yeah.
Defensive midfielder. No, I'm not talking about the
so you need the Casemiro replacement, so the younger under. Okay. Bro, and then we need the Eriksen replacement. Or not even replacement. The guy above Eriksen, where Eriksen's a bit older, 31, and he can come in and exactly.
Then I need the Bruno pusher. I need the person that Bruno feels like, yo, I might not start today.
Yeah,
I need that guy. Midfield, it just goes. So while I know everyone wants to replace David De Gea, I feel like I can still get away with things with David De Gea. Now, if he doesn't sign a new contract, then it is what it is, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be that mad. I wouldn't.
Striker, bro. Even if we're being honest with ourselves, we've got one recognized striker. Yeah. We're supposed to have four. Man United is supposed to have four strikers.
Because even if we get the Kane, if something happens with Kane, and then you have to rely on Martial. Or you know Martial won't be fit, or Martial gets annoyed and is like, "Oh, Kane's come. I'm still not gonna. I might actually leave." We don't know. I don't think that will happen. I don't know.
I don't see that
because Martial's been out this whole year. His market value's low. There's not going to be people queuing up to get him. You know what I mean? So I think actually, if you go into next season with Kane and Martial as your forwards,
it's not enough.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. If something pops out, you need another wide player who can play across like a Cody Gakpo, someone who can play a bit across everywhere, fill in, help out as well. Then you got three. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you really need four, bro. You honestly,
but we ain't gonna get that straight away. We can't get.
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm just if we're being honest.
Think of it this way. All right, think of it this way. Think of it this way.
Are you keeping Winkles?
No, of course not. Think of it this way, yeah. And to be honest, I've actually changed my. At the beginning, I was like, yeah, you know what? If we get Harry Kane and you keep Martial, you can keep Weghorst as the third choice. But nah.
Who's the French kid that played in the World Cup? Turam?
Yeah, and Wayne.
Yeah. Again,
yeah, they were good. But picture this then, yeah. If next season you've got, I keep saying Harry Kane because it just looks like the most logical. It might not. The whole community don't want him. So whoever, let's say it's Osimhen. Let's say it's Osimhen to keep everyone happy because I know the comments don't like Harry Kane. Even though, yeah, exactly. All right, number one forward is in Kane or Osimhen. Martial back up, so you've got two there. Left wing, Garnacho's fit and ready to go. He's the guy. He's up and coming. And you've got Rashi.
The return of Ahmad.
Right hand side. Anthony's obviously the starter. Yeah. The return of Ahmad. Can he get in pre-season? What Ten Hag has a look. Does he go? He's ready. Facundo. Does he get another loan? Give him a new deal. Put a loan. That's what a lot of people are saying.
I'm letting him stay. I think Facundo should be knocking on the door now. Honestly.
So just off of that, where on earth does Jadon Sancho fit into that then?
He doesn't. Only great form. He doesn't. I'm honest.
If he plays himself into it, where the only way this can happen is if he plays himself above Anthony, where you go, right, look what Jadon's doing. You can't not play him. Like something that we haven't seen.
Thank you. He has to do. This guy has to do a mad thing. I haven't watched games. I've been watching games, and you see Facundo come on. Even the little highlights, the little cameo appearances we've been seeing from Facundo. It's been games where you're like, ooh, you know what?
There's a little something there.
More time, because the one thing that you can promise with him is he's going to be direct. He's going to create chances. The problem with unless our style of play changes dramatically, like I don't know if it's the Eriksen that will help unlock the Sanchos and this, that, and the other. I don't know what it's going to take. But you try to see the 1-2s with Weghorst and Sancho. You're waiting for what's going to be the piece that says this guy's ready to go. And I think it comes down to Sancho. So Sancho's got to force himself and say, Anthony can't start no more. I'm going to be the reason why Anthony doesn't start anymore. And at the moment...
Which we said he had to do that when he was coming back, when Anthony weren't really... We were like, oh, flipping it, Anthony's not really slowing the game down. We were like, if you're Jadon, you know the left side locked off because you got Rashford and you got Garnacho. If you're Jadon, you're targeting that right-hand side. And he's just found it difficult to do that. And I know it's hard coming back from a long layoff and then you don't get the run. You don't get a run of consistent games. It's really difficult. So he has to be an impact player.
He has.
And not even just impact. There's certain games where he might have to start. We will start because we've got a lot of games. Do you know what I mean? Rashi needs to rest. He can start on the left.
What I would like, since Garnacho's down, and this is what I was expecting. Garnacho's down, I would love our manager, especially against Brentford, because I think Rashford will stretch things. I think we have to put Rashford as a centre forward.
Yeah. But Martial surely should be ready to start.
Hopefully, but I'm saying that if that's not the case, let Sancho play on the left-hand side. Put Rashford down the middle, put Bruno in his desired number 10 position, and then let Anthony play on the right-hand side. Now, in the midfield, maybe you say behind that, play Sabitzer in the 6 and play Fred in there. When the good players start to get back, when you're allowed to get an Eriksen back in the team, throw Eriksen in there. When Casemiro's back in the team, put him back in position. But I think we can't keep straying because our manager does have to take responsibility. But what I like about our manager is he's the kind of guy that he'll look at things and say, okay, I'll change that. He stumbled upon Weghorst being good in the 10, right? But then he didn't start the season.
It wasn't really good. It was just.
Yeah, when he bought Man United, when he got the team and he became the Man United manager, Weghorst was never a part of his plans. It's been a plan that he just decided, you know what, let's just do this because this is all I have at the moment. Now, while it's been working and while Weghorst has been kind of instrumental leads in these different type of games, we're now stepping into a new style, the new part of the season. Not saying Man United being figured out, but you kind of know how to play against us, especially when Casemiro's not there, right?
Exactly. You do. You do.
Now.
But what was really interesting is Gary Neville last night on Monday Night Football put a stat up,
Yeah.
Of the last 19 starts for Man United in all competitions,
Yeah.
So it's across a couple of seasons. I don't think Ronaldo even made 19 starts this year. Clearly didn't. Ronaldo 19 starts versus Weghorst 19 starts. It was fascinating. Let me read this out to you. This is a real life stat. So they both started 19 games.
Yeah.
We won 12 games out of 19 when Weghorst started, as opposed to 9 games out of 19 when Ronaldo started. We drew 4 with Weghorst and we drew 3 with Ronaldo. We had 7 defeats with Ronaldo and only 3 defeats with Weghorst. Now, here's the big difference. Weghorst only scored 2 goals, but in them 19 games, Ronaldo scored 11 goals. But here's the biggest one. The team with Weghorst in 19 games scored 37 goals, but the team with Ronaldo only scored 23 goals.
This is unacceptable.
Now, let me break this down, because what you're going to get now is people going, you're trying to say that Weghorst is better than Ronaldo. You're trying to say, there's a lot of factors that we're missing out here. The team is better than it was. The team is better now than it was then. Mm-hmm. You've got Casemiro in there that just proves that. You got Eriksen played in some of them games. You got Martinez came into that game, and obviously Ten Hag as well. Yeah. But it does show you as well. It depends which way you want to lean with that argument. Yeah, you could use it to say it's not about who scores all the goals. It's about someone who facilitates the team and makes the team play better.
Yeah.
Or you could lean on the other side and say, this is what happens when you get better players all round the pitch. You can have someone as crap as Weghorst up front. So what would happen now when you put Kane? What would happen now when you put Martial with the better players?
I like that.
But I just thought that was very fascinating to see 19 starts, and Weghorst only scored 2 goals, but Ronaldo scored 11 in 19, which is a good return. So you'd think the striker's banging it up. He's doing his job.
To be fair,
scored 23 goals.
To be fair to Ronaldo, and haven't done that a lot this season, right? Just in terms of how he left us. What he suffered with was the team not being able to play their game and not always give to Ronaldo, to not always service Ronaldo. See now with the team, like certain times Weghorst won't get the ball.
Now they don't service him at all. It's the opposite.
Ronaldo's not standing for that. He's not standing for that. So certain times the game will bypass Weghorst and he just wants to run about and try his best to get involved. At the stage of the career that Ronaldo found himself in, give me the ball. You don't know where I'll be effective, but we became more, it's not a hard stat to understand. We became a bit predictable. But Ronaldo's goatness said, even in predictability, I still score, right? Yeah. And that was the issue with us. So you can see why the losses and everything else was higher up. But we, in this team, and Ronaldo you've seen it, when he doesn't get the ball, he's upset. Now you're seeing teams, Rashford, a lot goes through Rashford. You give the ball to Rashford with strong expectations, and he's actually grown into the role in terms of Rashford's the main man at Man United at the moment. Period. Fact.
Yeah.
However, we don't have to play, even though he's the main man, you don't have that. We have to give him this ball.
Just look at Arsenal. Arsenal are the perfect example. Saka's the main man. But Odegaard's the main man as well in terms of facilitating. Partey's the main man. They've got a lot of main men, but what I'm saying is Saka's the standout star, But the way they play is not like that. You got Martinelli doing a mazza on that side. You got Saka doing a mazza on this side. You got Odegaard just dotting about doing a madness. Partey doing a mad, like Xhaka getting forward, scoring goals. Then you add in Jesus, who's buzzing about the place, hardly scores. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The goals wasn't the biggest thing they were missing when he was out for ages. And Ketia came in and took the mantelpiece and started scoring bare goals. It's what he does away from the goals that makes the team so wicked. So we need to get to a stage of that. Just quick, because I know we've got about 10 minutes left. I need to talk about a few more things. Luke Shaw's new contract. How you feel? 4-year deal. No +1 option. Straight 4 years.
No, I'm happy with Luke Shaw.
27.
Yeah, Luke Shaw, again, he's been around here for a long
9 years, 10 years.
And I think he's really grown up. He's really matured. It's just what Luke Shaw has to do. I think the only thing with Luke Shaw is we do need to put Malacia in, again, just to kind of keep him honest. Luke Shaw needs competition forever. He's one of those players that, while this season I would say that he stepped in, he's become a senior pro at Man United. Like, I can't even deny it. Luke Shaw's been pivotal, been important. I think the last couple of games have been a bit scary. I think he hasn't, since we returned from international break, or not even international gate, but there was like the last 3 or 4 games haven't been special ones for Luke Shaw, but we know it's in there. Now, are we gonna get nervous that since he signed a new contract, because everyone goes through that new contract malaise where they're just not themselves again. Bruno had it where Bruno was just off form. He signed that new deal. I don't know if the comfort kicked in, but he just wasn't the same Bruno. Salah, you can say, he's had it over there. Like, there's so many players that can say he signed a new deal and I don't know what's going on with you. You know, I hope that doesn't happen for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw needs to return, but then he gave a press. He spoke against Newcastle and the Newcastle loss, and he knows what it takes. Luke Shaw is fully aware. So I'm happy that Luke Shaw got
Here's
that
what Ten Hag had to say on it. I know you wouldn't have seen all the quotes. He said, just really quickly, I think it's a good message on his new deal. In England international, he is doing really well this season. He is a modern left back, but can also play other positions. He matches the standards we want to have.
Absolutely.
That was in today's presser, because obviously he said more in
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that. And again, for standard keeping and standard bearing, Luke Shaw, and there's times when I said he hasn't been that guy. He's been here for the longest time and he hasn't looked like a senior pro. This season, he's really stepped into his leadership role. And I think he's
in his prime. This is literally a player that's actually going into his prime. How crazy is that? We've had him nearly 10 years and we got him when he was 18, bro.
Yeah.
How mad is that? Like, that feels like forever ago.
So do you say that with certain players that we just got to be, like, when we go back to Sancho, that there does need an air of patience available with players like this?
Of course, and that's why I think 3 years, you know, but we do need patience, but also we do need a bit of ruthlessness as well, because
even Nani took a long time. We have to be somewhat patient, but you just need.
When the team gets better, Sancho will get better. But the problem is, I just don't know where he's going to start games.
That's not a problem at the moment.
But at the moment, for the rest of this season, that's fine. And you know what? There's plenty of games, and sometimes we can think too far into things. And you know, Ten Hag's got his way of doing things. He will get opportunities. But like I said before the other day, this Bruno thing of playing deep, forget it. Forget it. It's crap. Like, Bruno's just not good at that, bro. Like, I love Bruno, innit? He ain't good at that. Ball retention's not his thing at the best of time.
No, he can play because I've seen him play.
He done it against Betis at home, bro, where it was all right. He did okay. The game after Liverpool, I remember that. It was all right. Then he's filled in there. But when it's crunch time, fam, proper teams, proper midfield, man. He ain't got the bite. He ain't got the legs in there. He can't win tackles. He can't set the tempo with passing from that deep. He's not a good ball carrier. Unless he's like miles open and just can run with it when no one's. He can't wriggle away from people and drop a shoulder and get away. That's not Bruno. It's not Bruno. Like, that's not the area for Bruno's type of game. Not for me. Not for me, bro. Not a chance. We just saw it.
Just on that, because I just thought, bro, what about Donny van de Beek? You know he's not in the cast anymore. Didn't wait for that on the bike. You don't even care.
No, but he's out for the rest of the season, isn't it? So it's like, you know. I don't know. I can't see him staying here in the summer. Just off topic, Mitrovic just got an 8-game ban for that team.
That's crazy.
He got less than Rio for missing the drugs test. What's going on? Didn't Rio get a 9-game ban that time?
8 games is excessive, though.
8 games.
Yeah, it's excessive.
Gripping up the ref. Is that excessive for gripping up the ref? Got to make an example, man. You have to show you can't grip up the ref like that, bro.
I hear the example thing, but 8 games is crazy, man.
So what are you saying then? 5?
Like a lie. How many games has he missed already?
Casemiro missed 4 just for getting 2 reds in one succession.
Well, that's 2 reds. That's just normal. That's not like 8 games.
8 games too much. Good, man. Don't grab up the ref, innit?
Games, bro. For doing that, it was mad.
It's mad, bro. Yeah, because it shows all from grassroots right up. It shows don't touch the ref. Yeah, the rivals saying, "Oh, Bruno touched the ref the week before." No, it wasn't the same thing, bro. He was going to do GBH, bro.
Don't touch the ref.
It's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. This is unacceptable.
Bro, Graham Potter got sacked.
Bro.
What did you think about that? Last few
makes
minutes.
Sense.
Talk about football.
Again, just Graham Potter getting sacked. When Nagelsmann is floating around, and teams be Spurs managerless, you have to react. That guy, if we didn't have Erik ten Hag, please believe any other manager say we need to get rid of him right now. I'm bringing this guy. He's that. This guy, like, if let's say Ollie was still at the helm killing us, yeah, I'd say, yo, we need to look at this. Like, decisions have to be made. The same way Bayern were like, we're going to sign Tuchel. We're not going to waste any time. Tuchel's available. He lives in Germany. Julian, big up. Thank you for your service. And he was good, right?
He's only a couple of points off the top, but he just kept falling out.
Bro, he's won every Champions League game. Now, Chelsea, if they sign this guy, next season becomes madder. You have to understand, like, Chelsea, unlimited checkbook.
No, because Chelsea are a bit mad, though, because the strategy with Todd Bowley doing a madness, there's not the same, it's very scattergun, where I don't know if Nagelsmann comes in and just does wicked because he's
with that quality.
Because Nagelsmann, bro, Nagelsmann's not as wicked as we think, you know. He's good on the way out. He's very young. He done good at Leipzig. Yeah, and he's taken the big boy job at Bayern, and it hasn't really worked out for him. And Chelsea's a very hostile place. They'll get rid of you.
What is in terms of he hasn't had success in Germany?
Obviously, he won the league, like which they do every single year. But what I'm saying is that he fell out with the players. There's a reason why they've sacked him. Like, he was falling out with the players and stuff. It wasn't the free flowing that they want to see. It wasn't Like, do you know what I'm saying? It weren't. When it's Real Madrid and Bayern in them leagues where they just kind of just them competing, obviously, Barcelona, they just do it don't take a lot for them to go, nah. Do you know what I mean? But like, what I'm saying is I like him. I think he's good. I do think he's good. But he's not like he's still got a lot to prove. He's still got a lot to prove.
Yeah, that's fine. But he's a good manager. Again, if this guy comes to the Premier League, the Premier League gets stronger. Like, we need to see what's gonna happen with Klopp. If they're gonna turn the form around. No, I'm just saying, if they're gonna, like, next season if he does come, you've got really good managers. And if Arteta goes on and wins it, the confidence in him and Arsenal will be different. You know what Pep is about. I watched, Man City,
that Liverpool game,
move to Liverpool. And I was like, you know, when you think, like, I love this, you know me, he loves the club. I took off the glasses. I took off the like tinted red glasses, and I was like, shit, Man City are good, you know.
Yeah, but you won't say that for Arsenal, though.
No, bro, I watched these lot move. Like,
they're wicked.
It's very difficult for me to take off the glasses. Like, they're part of me, in it, like Cyclops.
You have to do it. You have to do it, bro.
No, bro, I was like, we don't play like that, bro. Nah, wait, hold on. Nah. Liverpool, you know, bro, Liverpool will give us a game at every. They said, you're not on our level for 90 minutes, even though going to go down.
No, but it was weird because they had two tries. It was just catching them on the break, but it was utter just domination.
I would love to control Liverpool for 90 minutes.
Of course. We can't control anyone for that.
No, we can. Don't do that. We can control.
What game this season have we had where we control for 90 minutes? Actually, Spurs at home. Spurs when
Ronaldo walked out.
Spurs are rubbish.
Yeah.
Spurs thing last night. Hey, Spurs are shit.
No, but when you say that, do you know what's so unfair with Man United? When we had Eriksen, bro was controlling games. Eriksen, Casemiro. It's only the duct taped plaster Man United. And
we've had to have that for a while.
We've been Blaster FC for
no striker. Martial, bro. Even in you said you watched the second half, innit?
Yeah. You
see when Martial come on for half an hour.
Yeah.
Like, I know that the structure still wasn't right and all that, but he had a couple of moments where even he's just like, proper striker. Like, and that's not, forget the longevity of should be signing. Everyone say I'm done with him. Remember when I said the other one was, can Martial affect the rest of the season? We spoke about in one of the full view extras. I don't think it come out because of the audio. And I was like, of course he can. Actually, no, it was one with Steph. So no, it did go out. I was like, Martial absolutely has a part to play. This is the perfect time for him to come back. We really need it. We have to have him.
I just want him to stay fit, fam. We hold our breath every time he rides a tackle.
I know.
We hold our breath every time he goes down. And it's like, I've got to this point where I'm trying to protect myself, by not investing in Martial.
It's
But I need him.
How many games is it in the league? What we got? So we've played 27. So we've got, so that'll be 37. So we've got 11 games left in the league. Bro, he doesn't have to play 90. He can play. He can be all right, man.
Knowing Martial, don't forget the finals if we get further.
Yeah, and the Europa Leagues and whatnot. And he needs to start at Wembley against Brighton.
Can you trust him?
Off this season, no.
To play 4 games this season since coming back.
I look. I know there's a lot of thing. Don't drink.
Don't cross your fingers. Do you think?
I think he'll play. I don't think he'll get injured again.
Really?
Because I think Ten Hag. I don't think he'll play 90 minutes either.
He hasn't played 90 minutes this season.
That's what I'm saying. I still think that'll be the case, even though Weghorst is there still. I think he'll start, then have to come off, make sure he's all right. Maybe start on the bench, then come on. I don't think he'll play 90 minutes.
I like to see what we look like with Weghorst off the bench, actually. I like to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Start with Martial, bring in Weghorst. I don't know if that might get something, a response from Weghorst.
I think it needs to be the one you said. Start with Rashford, start with Martial. Then when they need to change it because he needs to come off, put Rashi up front, Jaden on the left or whatever, just mix it up.
Oh, your Weghorst just
right now. But you know what? The last few games he's literally been really non-existent. It's been really
That's
bad.
what I'm saying. But
the team has been particularly paused as well. But yeah, you know what? Off the bench, last 15 minutes.
You know when you have to be switched on.
Yeah.
Player comes in and you got to deal with what he's. Right. It's like when it's like Fred, for instance. Fred from the beginning of the game, maybe peak teams have figured it out, but we got Fred off the bench and he's always scoring because he gets into these positions and you're like, oh, shit, he's ghosted in. Yeah. I didn't even realize he's making that run. So you never know if a player now he's bringing him in and he just, again, it suits us bringing this player off the bench. I hope that, again, tomorrow's a big game. I don't know what the score is. Let's do predictions.
What's your prediction? Yeah, what's yours to finish off?
2-1. Very tough performance. KG win. 2-1 KG win Man United.
That's what I went with. I went with either like a 1-0 really stupidly tight or 2-1. You know what I mean? They're putting us under pressure. De Gea's got to make saves. We're lucky that this man missed that chance, or it's going to be not nice. Not a nice watch, I don't think.
Not nice.
Not nice, because, you know what I'm saying? But smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you lot are new. Match day tomorrow. Please. We have to win. There's no messing about. We can't F up the thing, man. We have to get back to winning ways. The next 2 games, you know what I mean? Saturday, 12 o'clock, 12:30 as well. Everton. There's no messing about, guys. We got to do it. Exactly. We'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Peace.
Unacceptable.